have you ever wondered about this? How can someone on the path to enlightenment, a deeply spiritual person, still care about fashion? It seems like a total contradiction, doesn't it? Well, today, we're going to explore that fascinating paradox. We'll see how a really profound spiritual shift can change absolutely everything without necessarily changing what you wear.
Right? We kind of have this image in our heads of enlightened people being totally detached from worldly things, especially something like beauty. So what's really going on when we hear these stories of spiritually advanced folks who still seem to enjoy looking good? The answer, well, it's not what you might expect, and it shows a really powerful change in how they see the entire world.
So, to help us get our heads around this, let's look at a fascinating figure from Buddhist teachings. Her name is Visakha. She's going to be our guide for this whole explainer, because she's known for being a Sotāpanna, which means she's reached a really crucial first stage of awakening.
Okay, so what does it even mean to be a Sotāpanna? It means you've had a breakthrough, a huge one. Specifically, you've permanently, completely dropped a very particular, very fundamental mistaken belief. It's not about suddenly changing your whole life on the outside. It's about a deep, internal shift in how you see reality itself.
And this, right here, is the view she's abandoned. It's called Sakaya Dushti. And what it is that deep-seated, often totally unconscious belief that I am this body. You know that feeling? That this hair, this skin, these arms, that this is fundamentally me. Well, the Sakha has seen right through that illusion, with absolute certainty. For her, that feeling is gone forever.
So how can we really wrap our minds around what this shift feels like? Well, the best way is through a simple but really powerful analogy: our relationship with our clothes.
Let me ask you a super simple question. The shirt you're wearing right now, is it you? Of course not. That's a silly question, right? You could ask me that 1,000 times between now and the day I die, and my answer is always going to be a confident no.
We have this absolute, unshakable certainty that our clothes are just, well, things we wear. We use them, we hang out in them for a while, but we never for a single second mistake them for our actual self. That clear separation is just something we totally take for granted.
But think about this. Just because your shirt isn't you, does that mean you just neglect it? No way. You wash it when it gets dirty. If it gets a little tear, you might mend it. And hey, if you want to make it look nicer, you might even decorate it, right? Maybe add a cool pin or a patch. You can care for it, appreciate its beauty, all without any identity confusion.
Now, here's the kicker. This is the crucial connection. For a Sotāpanna, like Visakha, the feeling she has when she looks at her own arm, or her skin, or her hair, it's exactly the same feeling you have when you look at your shirt. She sees it as something she is using, but not something she is.
It's just like how you can look at a shirt and say, okay, that's not me, but wow, that's a beautiful color, and I'm going to add this diamond pin to it. In the same way, Visakha can look at her body and think, this skin isn't me, but fair skin looks nice, so I'll take care of it. The action, the decorating, might look the same on the outside, but the perception underneath, it's worlds apart. She can never, ever again make the mistake of seeing her body as her.
Now, this is a massive breakthrough, for sure, but it's really important to remember the journey isn't over. A Sotāpanna still has human tendencies, and understanding what still remains is the final key to unlocking our question.
This sentence right here is the absolute core of the whole thing. The identification is gone, but the capacity for appreciation is still there. She can see a beautiful form and delight in it, just like you can delight in a beautiful piece of art without for a second believing that art is you.
In fact, a Sotāpanna still has these qualities, though they're way weaker and can't lead to really harmful actions anymore. They can still have ambition in business, wanting to turn 100 million into 200 million. They can still experience sensual desire and take real pleasure in beautiful sights, sounds, and delicious tastes.
So when Visakha eats something delicious, she can fully enjoy it and think, wow, this tastes amazing. But the difference is, she doesn't identify with the mouth that's doing the tasting. She sees it as just a physical process happening, a collection of bones and tissues experiencing a sensation. The pleasure is there, but the self just isn't part of the equation.
And this brings us right back to the beginning, letting us finally solve this puzzle of the enlightened person who still appreciates beauty.
Here it is, the fundamental difference. When most of us put on nice clothes or makeup, we are decorating what we believe is ourself. But a Sotāpanna, they're decorating something they know with total certainty is not their self.
So why do it then? Well, for the exact same reason you'd iron a beautiful shirt before you wear it. You do it because you appreciate the shirt, you want to take care of it. It's an act of maintenance and appreciation for a tool or a vessel or a garment. It's not an act of identifying with your ego.
So yeah, the delight in the action itself can still be there. The aesthetic appreciation, that's still there too. But it's all paired with this unshakable, liberating knowledge that what's being decorated is not, and never, ever could be, me or myself.
And that leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about for ourselves. The next time you're picking an outfit or styling your hair or even just looking in the mirror, it's worth asking, who or what are you decorating? And do you truly, deep down, know that it isn't you?